Tiger Rising. Chapter 1. That morning, after he discovered the tiger, Rob went and stood under the Kentucky Star Memorial sign and waited for the school bus. That's like it was the Tiger Rising. Tiger Rising. That morning, after he discovered the tiger, Rob went and stood under the Kentucky Star Memorial sign and waited for the school bus just like it was any other day. The Kentucky Star sign was composed of a yellow neon star that rose and fell over a piece of blue neon in the shape of a star. Of the star of Kentucky. Rob liked the sign and he wanted a dim, but adding a notion that would bring him good luck. Finding the tiger had been luck. He knew that he'd been out there in the woods behind the Kentucky Star Memorial. Way in the woods. It's not looking for anything, just wondering he would get lost or get eaten by a bear and not have to go to school again. That's when he saw the old bench cab at a gas station building, and all boarded up and crumbling next to the cage inside. The cage invariably was a tiger.
A real-life, very large tiger packing back and forth. He was orange and gold and so bright it was like a starling and the sun itself, angry and trapped in a cage. It was early morning and it looked like it might rain. It had been raining every day for almost 2 weeks. The sky was grey and the air was thick and still fog. Fog was hugging the ground. To Rob, it seemed as if the tiger was some magic trick rising out of the mist. He was so astounded at the discovery, so amazed that he stood and stared. But only for a minute. He was afraid to look at the tiger for too long, afraid the tiger would disappear. He started and then he turned and ran back into the woods towards the Kentucky Star. And the whole way home, while his brain doubted that he had seen, his heart beat out to him, tiger, tiger. That was what Rob thought about as he stood beneath the Kentucky Star sign and waited for the bus. The tiger, he did not think about the rash on his leg, the itchy red blister that snaked their way into his shoes. His father said that it would be less likely to itch if he did not think about it, and he did not think about his mother. He hadn't thought about her since the morning of the funeral, the morning he could not stop crying. The
Great heaving sobs made his chest and stomach hurt. His father, watching him standing beside him, had started to cry too. They both dressed up in suits that day. His father's suit was too small. When he slapped Rob to make him stop crying, he ripped a hole under the near and there ain't no point of crying, his father had said afterward. Crying ain't gonna bring her back. It had been 6 months since that day, 6 months since he and his father moved from Jasonville to Lister, and Rob had not cried since, not once. The final thing he did not think about that morning was getting into the bus. He specifically did nothing when Norman, Billy, Tomming were waiting for him. And he chained like starved guard dogs, eager to attack. Rob had a way of not thinking about the things he imagined himself in a suitcase that was too full, like the other one he had packed when they left Jasonville for the funeral. He made all feelings go inside the suitcase. He stuffed them right in and then sat on the suitcase and looked like it was. Sometimes it was too hard to keep the suitcase shut, but now he had something to put on top of it.
The tiger. So, as he waited for the bus under the Kentucky Star sign, and as the first drops of rain fell from the sullen sky, Rob imagined the tiger on the top of his suitcase, blinking his golden eyes, sitting proud and strong, unaffected by all the thoughts inside, straining to come out.